blonde hair and was in a black Nike shirt.
Okay.
And so basically, we were there, and me and Troy asked him if they wanted to play Nerf guns, or he went over there for some reason to talk to him. I don't know why. And so I was just like right next to them, and so basically they asked if they could play, and then Troy said, "No, sorry, there's only 2 Nerf guns." And then one of the kids was like, "Okay, well then I guess I have to take it then." So they took it, and then they shot Troy in the stomach, and then they shot him in the head, and then in the arm, and then apparently they started punching Troy, and Troy punched back, so I had to shoot one in the head to make him stop. And then so basically one of them was like really cussing a lot, and
what kind of things would he say?
It's
like are we
EW.
like he was calling. So basically, he also asked Troy if he wanted to like sell something to him. He was like, Troy, you can do this part because I kind of forget.
Yeah, he wanted to sell some crack to us.
I'm gonna say it into the microphone.
Crack to us.
Yeah, he wanted to sell some crack to us.
And he also wanted to sell you what?
Just for terms that are nice. He did say a bad word of it, but willing.
So he said dick?
Yes, he said that.
Okay. Go ahead.
And so basically, so I shot one in the head with a Nerf gun, and then he started, threatening Troy because he thought Troy was the one who shot him in the head with a Nerf gun. And he was like, if you shoot me one more time, I'm gonna beat you up, and I'm gonna kill you. And he also said he was gonna threaten to find where Troy lived and like kill him.
Yeah, you can find that out pretty quick. Yeah. Go ahead.
And then so basically, then they called Troy's parents, and then
You did?
yeah.
At that point, is that when that happened?
What?
No. I said, no, I shot.
Try to keep it in chronological order.
Okay, I'm trying to, but I can't really remember it in
I
fully
remember.
order.
So I remember.
And then so basically at Gaga Ball, you can. So, okay, then Troy, you finish the part I was just saying, and then I have one more part, and then it gets to the part
And
where I call
then-
you guys.
And then I almost shot him, and then he started hitting me in the ankles with my scooter. Like he took the
With
scooter.
your scooter.
Yeah, he took the scooter. He hit me in the ankles. I almost shot him, and he hit me in the ankles. And that's when and then
he pushed Troy over,
yeah,
and he fell on the Gaga pit on his butt.
yeah
And then that's when I called you guys. And then
That is right.
the
Make sure the microphone's pointing at.
And then, so the Brandon kid, the kid that
Which kid was the Brandon kid?
the kid riding
Kid
the
on the
bike.
bike?
Yeah. So basically, he
There
was.
was Brandon, that was the kid on the bike, and then the black kid.
That was just the helicopter.
So there was Brandon on the bike, the black kid, and then the
Okay.
shithead.
And then,
Yeah.
and then there was another kid, and then there was another kid, but I forget who they are. And so basically, Brandon was standing up for me and Troy, and the black kid like started punching the kid that was making fun of Troy, and yeah, that's basically what happened. And then I called you guys, and they were afraid of you, and yeah. That's basically what
I
happened.
saw Troy give him a fist bump, and I was like, "What's that about? What happened?"
The black Brandon or the
The
mean
black
kid?
kid gave him
Yeah,
a fist bump.
yeah,
Troy.
yeah.
Troy,
yeah. But I don't really trust you, and he said that's racist.
Well, it's like, no, I just had these randos beating me up. Let me, All right, thank you.
Starting from the phone call, you and I were sitting on the front porch. I got a phone call from Noah. Noah said, "Hey, there are a couple kids here bullying us. You guys should come up." And within 15 seconds, I was there. Within 25 to 30 seconds, you were there. But I didn't even hang up the phone before I left the porch. And the second I went up there, I ran up to one of the kids, I said,
The blonde kid? The kid that was on the Gaga?
yeah, on his phone.
Okay.
I ran up to him and I said, hey, what's going on? And he said, well, they were shooting me in the fucking face. And I looked at him and I pointed at him. I got about 6 inches away from his face with my finger and said, language! You tell me like a person what happened. And then he told me that they shot him in the face. And I said, I don't believe you. I think you're a punk. And then the guy, the blonde-haired kid on the bike, which I saw drive by our house.
He has a name.
Sure. But the blonde-haired kid rode past our house right after Troy and Noah left the house, so I knew he wasn't really involved. He said that his friend was being a jerk to Troy and Noah, and he apologized for his friend, and his friend never looked up from his phone and said a bunch of swear words. And I told him, you're extremely inappropriate, and you're older, you should know better. Don't be a jerk. Be a dude from now on. And then I grabbed the scooter, and then you walked up, and then I pointed at the kid with blonde hair, and I said, that one. Thinking you were going to hit him.
I can't hit children.
No, you cannot. But I went, that one. And he was a big old meanie. The guy on the bike was really nice, and he was really apologetic, and the black kid was really nice and really apologetic, and they both apologized to me. But the second I walked up, everybody but the little asshole on his phone, I felt their little bodies pucker up.
Oh yeah.
Because I came in hot.
Well, Noah said that they were like, oh shit.
I came in
like,
hot.
oh no, it got real quick.
Oh, don't, Mama Bear, bro.
Oh, dude, I will fuck a kid up. If I see someone, if I saw him punching my kid.
You're interviewing me, correct?
Yeah.
Why are you talking?
Good point.
But my theory is that if I have a kid, even if it's not my kid, if I'm watching a kid, that kid is now my kid. And I will always protect that child to the ends of the earth. Always. I will treat that kid the same way that I would treat Troy and Cannon. Speaking of. But I definitely felt the fear in those kids' eyes.
I felt the fear.
And one of them actually has been into my store before, so I think they actually recognize me, and they're like, oh shit, it's her again. So that's kind of funny. Because a lot of times kids come into my store and they bounce balls and they throw footballs across the store, and then I go over and I threaten cops, and I say, if you come onto my property again, I'll call the cops on you, or I'll call your parents. Or I'll just follow you home and tell your parents. And I think one of the kids was one of those kids, and because I saw his face was like that. That was kind of fun. But yeah, don't mess with my son, and don't mess with any of his friends, because I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's just not happening on my block. Period.
Hell no.
Okay.
So, I looked at my road book.
Okay, start from the beginning. You don't have to have that looking at you. I just want to be able to remember the story. Okay, so you guys were over at Garfield. Okay.
Just
Make sure you talk clearly.
yeah. So we were at Garfield, the playground, me and Noah. We were all alone there, and then it's like he was on my scooter while I was scattering around the guns, putting them at a good place. And then some teenagers came from the parking lot and just said, hey, could we play? I said, sorry, we don't have any.
Louder.
I said, sorry, we don't have enough Nerf guns. And then it's like, his friend, the person who was mean, said, oh, okay. And he's like, oh, are you sure? Because I found one right
Was this
here.
before or after they called you the N-word?
Before.
Okay.
They, like, his friend said, oh, okay. And then he's like, well, why do I see a gun right here? And where's the other one? And it's like, it's over there. Please don't touch him. And then
then they started to touch all of them. They like started to grab them, and then they started shooting at me and Noah. And then they were on the swing, and then they put it at a place where I can't reach, but they can. So yeah, and then it's like they went towards a brick wall. They put it there. I couldn't reach it, so I went on the bench near it, grabbed it, and it's like, how could you do that? And then they grabbed the back, started shooting me in the
Who's they?
face.
Which individual kid?
The mean one.
Who was okay? The mean one was the short blonde one. I know he was the kid that when I walked up, he was on the Gaga ball thing, right?
Yeah, Gaga pit.
Okay, so that kid was the main being. There was a kid on the bike, the black kid, and then the kid that was on the Gaga thing.
Yeah.
So the Gaga kid was the main shithead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they started shooting me in the face, but Noah was.
Who's they? That kid.
Yeah, that kid.
Okay.
He started shooting me in the face with the red Nerf gun.
Just call him Gaga guy. I don't know
No.
what you mean.
He started shooting me in the face with the red Nerf gun, and then Noah grabbed his Nerf gun.
Noah's your friend.
Yeah. And then he started sniping from the top, but he didn't snipe. He didn't shoot. And then I grabbed it back, and it's like, hey. And then it's like, they called me the N-word.
Who did that kid? The
Yeah,
blonde kid? The
Gaga kid.
Gaga kid.
Yeah.
Got it. He might not have been blonde.
He called me the N-word, and then his friend said, hey, it's not very nice. It's like, I don't give a, yeah. And then I shot him in the arm, and then he started crying a little bit, and then he rolled back the tears, and then Noah was like, and I said, I grabbed the bullets and guns, and I started to walk back and grab the jug because we were leaving, and I told Noah, like Dee said, like to call my mom. It's like, oh, we're calling her mommy and daddy. And then you guys.
Well, who did you see first?
I saw mom, like, between two bushes, I saw her coming, like, going boom, boom, boom and stuff.
And what was the first thing she said?
I don't know. I don't really remember. I was just grabbing what she said. I'm pretty sure she said, we're leaving. She also told me to grab some of the bullets, And then mom also said, watch your language. And then, but before she came, they were like, oh, S word and stuff. Yeah. And I started to walk away.
Oh, they were sweating.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's when she came.
Anything else specifically that you remember?
No.
Did I show up?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
And you scared mom, right?
I don't know. I'm asking your interpretation of what happened.
Well, that's all I remember.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Do you want me to stop recording?
Yeah, if that's all you remember.
What?
I'm Medina Turquoise.
Really?
Yeah, there were these, Troy had a friend over, his name's Noah, and, he came to the game with us. He's white. Yeah.
Noah.
But, Troy and him went to, Garfield, and there were 3 kids there, and Noah called. Like, they just went over there for a minute to go shoot Nerf guns at each other. But Noah calls and said, hey, these kids are kind of bullying us. And I was like, and Ashley said that out loud because he called my wife. The kid has the phone. But anyway, first thing I do is I get off the porch and I'm like, oh shit, little kid, you fucked up real bad. Like, and I'm walking over on the other side of the fence. I'm like, oh man, you brought Papa Bear out of the cave. You don't know what you did. You don't know what you did. And anyway, I walk on up, and there's a kid on a bike, and a black kid, and a little kid laying on a gaga ball thing.
What's a gaga ball? Sorry.
I don't know. Anyway, it's like it's kind of like a small fence that children play a game inside of. But anyway, they were bullying the boys, and they like took they took Troy's darts and like threw him over a fence and stuff, and then I guess they were being kind of mean and rude and saying mean bully stuff, and then Ashley rolls up in there and she's like, first like the little kid that was starting shit. The first thing Ashley does is yell language at the kid.
No.
And like totally, we scared the shit out of these kids. And they were like, "Oh, what? You're calling your mama?" That kind of thing. And it's like, well,
Do you know?
yeah,
you
but
know
dude, I scared the shit out of those kids, and I didn't do anything mean. I was very passive. I was like, "What happened?" That's all he did. I was just like, "Hey, what happened?" And he was like, "Oh, that kid over there, he shot me, so I, blah, 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 blah." And it's like, okay, well, he's not going to shoot you again. Are we done here? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, all right. And then I went and...
Good job. Good job.
And then I went and collected all the little balls. And I guess the two other kids were defending Troy and from... the one kid. I think it was just the one kid mainly that instigated it, and then the kid with the fro, he that threw the dart over the fence or whatever. He got very submissive pretty quick and very respectful. So my personal interaction, I got no beef with the kids because it puckered up and got in order real quick.
Good.
We're good.
Yeah. No, I think I did my kid a solid when he first went when my kid first went into school.
And then hold on.
I showed up for all of the parent-teacher conferences, and all the kids got to meet me in his class. Like that, he's going to school multiple. He has to go to the same school because of his disability.
And then we go back home, and Troy and the kid Noah, they want to go over there because they want to throw down. It was awesome. They were feeling froggy. I'm like, dude, the only reason you're feeling froggy is because I'm with you now, and it's like the beef is squashed. The beef that you didn't start, that's squashed. That's over. Any beef that you start, that's on you, buddy, and you don't have my defense.
Do you want me to teach your kids Taekwondo?
You'll play.
Taekwondo, the main principle of Taekwondo is you can't lose a fight you're not in. And they might have got froggy because you were around, and they got to learn their own expectations and learn that it's best to not be in a fight.
It was proper to call in artillery, though. Especially if you don't start it. Yeah. Call in the artillery. But they wanted to continue, and it's like, no, just leave them alone. We have the option of just not hanging out over there for now. And the dude's mom was about to pick him up anyway. So, but they were feeling froggy. And they said they were over there looking for the darts. And Troy went over by the fence and shot with the little, it's like a little Nerf ball gun. But I was like, I told him not to, and he did it despite me telling him specifically to not do that. Anyway.